right, in this episode of the Fit Rockstar Show, we have with us 3-time, soon-to-be 4-time Mr. Wheelchair Olympia and 6-time Arnold Classic International Wheelchair Champion Harold King Kong Kelly. Thank you for being here.
Oh, thank you for having me.
All the way from Dallas, Texas.
Yes, ma'am.
You're a big Texan.
Live in Texas.
But you're from...
South Carolina.
So you're a country boy.
I'm a country boy.
Where in South Carolina?
Out of Orangeburg, South Carolina, a small town between Columbia and Charleston, which most people know.
Oh, wow. Okay.
3 major colleges, South Carolina State University, Claflin College, a historical college, and the community college. But yeah.
Okay.
Little town.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you like Texas better, though? The heat?
You know, you always miss home. Actually, heat is similar to South Carolina. But the economic growth that's in Texas is ridiculous, you know, compared to South Carolina. But I love my beach. I love being able to get out of Miami whenever I want to. Love going up to D.C. and New York whenever I want to.
Yeah.
And don't have to spend a whole day trying to travel like you have to do when you leave in Texas.
So, Harold, tell me, do you have any brothers, sisters?
3 sisters.
3 sisters.
3
Are you the
sisters.
oldest?
No, second oldest.
Oh.
Second oldest. So
You're married,
yes,
beautiful wife. You've
Yep.
got 2 kids, 3 kids?
3 kids.
3 kids.
Yep. 2 boys, 1 girl.
One of them is Bam Bam, right? That's
Yep.
the oldest one? I just love the name,
Yeah.
Bam Bam.
Yeah.
May I ask what their other names?
Ashley and
Aw.
Luke.
Aw,
Ashley
that's
and Luke.
sweet.
Yeah.
Now, you got into bodybuilding when? At what age?
30.
30. And how did you get into
30 years old, my first time on stage.
What made you want to get into bodybuilding?
I was doing modeling with this. It was just
I didn't know that.
It was a calendar magazine out of Atlanta, and it was Everyday Renaissance Men. That's the name of the calendar, Renaissance Men. And everyday working guys who kept their bodies in shape. And over half the guys were doing competitions, which I didn't know. But they were like, well, you should look into it. You know, you have a good physique, you know, and you do well. So I started with the NGA league, and a lot of guys were doing NGA. So Ultimate Body by Carlos was the first show I did. He helped me through it, get me through it. So first time on stage when I turned 30 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then you figured, okay, this is something I really like.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I always worked out since college. I played football and I was in school, but I always worked out. That was not in high school because we didn't have weights. It was 2A school. But growing up on the farm, you know, you always doing something. You're always active doing stuff on the farm. So from there, being able to get the weights in college, I started working out.
So you had muscles and everything when you were in college, like you knew, like you were going to.
I just like working out. I think, you know, my dad was a Vietnam vet. He always taught that, you know, take care of yourself, take care of your body. You know, he never believed in a whole bunch of bull crap. When we used to shop on Sundays, McDonald's and pizza. I had my first pizza in college.
Really?
Yeah, we didn't go to McDonald's and pizza and all that crazy stuff. We shop, food, bring home, cook, eat. You may get 1 or 2 cookies waiting. 1 or 2.
So your dad was very strict.
Very strict.
With the diet. I mean, he was very like.
He just don't believe in all the bull crap.
Wow. Well, first of all, thank you, your dad, for his service to our country. So appreciate that.
Yeah.
So what kind of food did you guys eat at home then?
I mean, cook food.
We cook like
rice and beans, rice, beans, and vegetables.
Oh
rice,
my
beans,
gosh.
and vegetables.
Did you ever get tired of the beans?
No, I didn't. I actually liked them. And again, we weren't like had a whole bunch of money and stuff. So it was like corn, green beans, or sweet peas. One of the 3.
I take the sweet peas.
Yeah.
My grandmother would make me snap the green beans.
Uh-huh.
So that was really, it was a lot of work, and I got tired of eating green beans.
Oh yeah, we did that too because, you know, a lot of farmers down our area we would buy fresh fruit from their fields and have it there, and sometimes we'll have the actual fresh green beans, like you say, snap, get them that morning, get a bushel because they take this stuff to the market. So we may buy a bushel from them straight at the field and have it at the house and whatever. Yeah.
So in college and everything, did you have any? Did you take up anything, degrees or anything like that? Or
I was in So high school, I signed up National Guard in high school.
Oh, wow.
I was in ROTC, National Guard, ROTC. So it was a good fit for me to get GI Bill, go to school. So I was in National Guard, and from National Guard, was straight military, then went to college, right? So engineering was my thing. Going to college, I was a numbers guy. I did really good in English, in math and science.
So can we go gamble and you can help me win
I don't know
some?
about that good with numbers.
Played Powerball.
Like
Mega
1
Ball.
+ 2, not know how many cards in the deck. 13 and 13 and 13 and subtracting them. Nah. But anyway, I was a numbers guy, so engineering was my thing. That was my stronghold, robotic engineering. But
Oh, wow.
unfortunately, my third year, I got in some trouble and did some time. And when I came home, it's like reset my whole mindset on a lot of stuff. And that's when we opened up a car dealership. Well, I was cutting hair at the barbershop first. You couldn't have a business just coming home. So
You cut hair in the barbershop.
yeah, I did that.
All right.
Actually, I did that in high school, then college, then there, and then home when I came out first start cutting hair in the barbershop.
Man, I could have did some really awesome things with that, knowing that information.
My children, my oldest son, Bam, he never went to the barbershop. Never. I used to always cut his hair, and my youngest son cut his hair. And I don't think I went to the barbershop since.
Wow. I didn't know that.
I think probably last time going to the barbershop was when I was maybe 19, and I cut my own hair.
There you go. Well, robotic engineering, that's big time.
Yeah, we went that
Great field.
direction because that was the future, back then, with a lot of robotical parts in the arms.
I mean, look at
and
it
stuff.
now,
Yes, robotics
It's
is real
booming.
strong. Yeah.
So when did you have your accident?
I had my accident in 2007.
You're with your wife and your
I was with
son?
her, and her daughter was in the car.
Your daughter, okay.
And trying to miss some deers in Oklahoma, wearing a seatbelt, avoiding from hitting deers, and swerved too hard and hit the grass, swung around, hit a tree. Had to get our own self out the car. Had to get my daughter out the way first, and I pushed my wife out the window. And then I was going to sit there and wait, but the car caught on fire.
Oh, my
So I had to get
God.
myself out the car also. And instantly when I was down there, I felt my legs, and it was like feeling on somebody else's body, and I knew that. Well, I thought it was like pinched real bad because I felt my nerves go dead even before when I sit down on something a little long and then get really numb that you don't feel it. I felt that before. So when it happened, I was like, okay, my paralyzed or just really numb, just bad, severe, and then that's what it was. T11, T12.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So sorry about that, but what? How long was the rehab and everything after?
It was quick. I mean, I didn't even have pain. I didn't even have pain through it all. I haven't had pain like that. Through a lot of guys have a lot of pain. I had a rod placed in my back. So when they placed the rod in my back, you're supposed to give yourself 90 days and wear a shell. It's like a half front, half back shell that you Velcro on. And so I was a manager of 24 Hour Fitness prior. So when I had a car accident, being in the hospital, my RVP from the 24 came over and told me, whenever I'm ready to come back, if you want to come back, your desk is there. So it was like a month and a half, and I went back in and just start doing like little part-times because I didn't want to stay home.
Right.
But, you was in the hospital for like 3 weeks, and then you can go home, then go back rehab for 30 more days, and then do what you want to do, whatever. But I did most of it at gym.
Now, of course, being in the wheelchair and things, it's obviously life-changing.
Right.
How did you mentally prepare for that? I mean, when did you know, okay, you know what, I'm going to get back into bodybuilding and all this stuff? What happened?
So that was a part B2, me saying getting back into bodybuilding, because I was an NGA pro just before my car accident. I was going to a pro show.
Oh, wow.
That was September. It happened Labor Day. I was 3 weeks out from a competition. I grew my legs to the lot. I grew a lot. I think I was like right at 208. I'm 6'1", so I was 208, and percentage body fat was like 7 or 8, and I was looking good. But when I had a car accident and then the hospital and everything back home, the biggest thing that helped me through it all. First and foremost, first God not gonna put something on you that I can say like you can handle or in preparation for you to handle. And the reason I say that is because after looking back, being chosen for this purpose, you have to look at a purpose-driven life. Mm-hmm. If you see this was a purpose for it, then when you look back at it, then it makes it so much easier. But before I started on this journey, my dad would always teach me, don't worry about what you can't do, worry about what you can do. So growing up on a farm is like, he always said it, he always did, we would go through a lot of different scenarios. And I told us in another interview, I'm gonna break it down, it's gonna take a second now. Follow me through it. He told me to cut the grass one day. We had a big yard, our big farm, like I said. He told me to cut the grass. And he had like an 18-wheeler company. So when he came home, the grass wasn't cut. So when I got from school, the reason the grass wasn't cut because I went to the garage, and not the garage, the barn, to get the lawnmower, but there was no gas. Okay? No gas. So I'm figuring, I ain't gotta cut the grass. I jump back on a motorcycle and start playing around again. He comes home, goes off on me like, I told you to, the typical butt cut, whatever. And we say, don't you ever tell me what you didn't do. You figure out how to do it. Don't tell me how it didn't get done. You tell me how you need to get it done. He said, I don't care if you siphon gas out of a car. I don't care if you walk to the gas station. I don't care if you flag someone down to get gas. Or accomplish the mission, because he's an old Vietnam guy. Either it's a go or no go. Ain't no in between.
Wow. Joe Weider's Olympia here in Orlando, Florida. A little bit strange coming out of Las Vegas for all of those years.
Good evening, and welcome to the event that nearly never happened.
There's been an absence of a particular group of people on this stage that are back tonight. Tonight I'm here to say, welcome back to Miss Olympia.
So that lesson alone was like so figure out what you need to do. So when this car accident thing happened and me laying in the bed and thinking about when it's actually the second, third day, it's like, okay, Harold, what do I need to do? What can I do now? So most doctors are like, well, you need to, wrap your mind around being paralyzed, I said, okay, then what do I need to do? What's next? This already happened. Mm-hmm. What do I need to do now? Mm-hmm. And my mind was so much wrapped around that, then my preponderance around what I couldn't do wasn't, I grew up that way. I grew up not thinking about what I can't do. I grew up thinking about what I can do and had a whole lifetime of that. So when this happened at 30-something years old, that's the way I lived my life. So when it happened, it was already, rehearsed in a sense of preparing yourself for it since then. So when it happened, it's okay, what's next? Well, you can take the classes to learn how to drive. Okay, can we do it tomorrow? Well, it takes a while to do it. I'll say, okay, I can do that. So I think I thought learning how to drive within hours.
And you've got a couple of big-ass toys, too, right?
Oh,
some
yeah.
Big trucks and dualies. And
where you think that came from? The farm. I grew up on a 40 John Deere.
I've seen the trucks on your Instagram. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah.
You can run over somebody of those. It's like,
I think I did.
Massive. Did you run over somebody? You're mean. And you got motorcycles and all kinds of other stuff.
Yeah. Then again, a typical country boy thing. That's what we do.
But your son, Bam Bam, had a role in you going back into the bodybuilding, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And when that Thursday, him and his cousin, which is my nephew, they came in the room when I was in the bed. And they always looked up to me, because I was doing bodybuilding before and I was busy doing stuff. And I had a business then. So when they came up to me, they were like, Uncle Laverne, That was his nephew. He's like, Uncle Laverne, are you gonna be okay? That's my middle name. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Are you gonna be okay? You all right? And I looked over at him and I was like, oh, I'm gonna be okay. And then my son said, you gonna be okay? I said, I'm gonna be okay if you gonna be okay. He said, I'm gonna be okay. And they started playing. So it's like, if they believed in me saying I'm gonna be okay and they are good with it, it was like, I can't let them down. I can't be other than what I always been, in their eyesight. So that's another plus to be like, get your butt up and do what you gotta do.
And you knew right there and
Yeah.
then.
Yeah, there's no question.
Well, I can tell you're a go-getter. You have a fire that burns in you. You're very passionate about anything you do.
Yeah.
And I know you have multiple businesses, not just one, right?
Right.
So you have your you have a gym as well. And
King
you have
Kong Nation Fitness.
King Kong Nation Fitness. I like that. How did you get the name King Kong? Did you go ballistic on somebody and just went freaking King Kong on their ass?
Different parts of that name came together as one. They will always call me Kong, or they want to give me the silverback of the gym because I was lifting the most in the gym. They said I'm the silverback of the gorilla of the gym. And then my wife, mom, will always call me Kong. And then my daughter, when we was coming up with a name when I stepped away from 25 Fitness to do my own thing, we was trying to come up with a name. We was like, let's go King Kong Nation. So that's when we titled King Kong Nation. My daughter did. And then we just ran with that with everything we have. Yeah.
Okay, it's a great brand.
Kong is strong.
Yeah.
It's direct. It's solid. So
that means, in layman terms, don't F with me.
Exactly.
I will F you up, right?
Yeah, we don't want to do that.
When you decided to go and compete in bodybuilding, what year was that? And you're coming back, and actually, you had.
Oh yeah.
Did you go into the NPC and you have to qualify? How does that?
Yeah, you have to qualify.
Yeah.
I think, Nick, if I can remember this correctly, the first year they had a pro wheelchair class was 2010. Mm-hmm. That was in Houston. Mm-hmm. And that was the first ever pro. And so this is the first person, this is a pro competition. All the pro wheelchair competitors across the world came and competed. But just before then, I had to qualify. And Luke, New Orleans, I qualified for that show with my pro card in New Orleans. I want to say it was 2009 or either beginning of 2010 before the pro show. So I qualified, then I did the show. And I won the first ever pro show 2010.
Wow.
And I think I'm right at 20. So it's like a decade of
You've done 20 shows? 20 pro? No. How many shows
I did
have
23.
You done?
No,
23 shows.
No. I did 22 shows. So 3 of them, not including this Europa, so let's add that one too. It was like 3 or 4 shows I didn't compete in. 1 show I lost, and all the rest of them I won. So there have been 20, maybe 25 shows, I've won 20, or there have been 24 pro shows, and I've won 20, and 4 of them is not under my name.
And when they introduced the wheelchair Olympia, which was 2017?
2018, 19, 20, 18.
18.
Yes.
You knew right there and then, I'm going in.
Oh, yeah.
Full speed ahead.
Oh, yeah. You got to get this.
That's awesome.
You got to get this.
How long did you prep for that?
Well, just before that, it was the Arnold.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the Arnold was 16.
In 16.
No, the Arnold was 16. First one was 16.
16. Okay.
So we did this 16 Arnold. We did the 17 Arnold. And so the 18 Arnold came up was right before the 18 Olympia.
So in the 16, when you showed up, were people like, oh, shit?
Well, yeah. But you got to think there was pro shows going on not the same guys. A lot of the guys who was competing in the pro show already, those are the same candidate of guys that was going to be at the Arnold Classic. Outside of one guy who was from another league that he got certified in, which he did really good.
You remind me a lot of Phil Heath.
Yeah.
The arms, you got a great physique. I've seen you compete.
Right.
I got a chance to see you compete in 2019, which we'll talk about. We'll talk about that because I was very blown away by that. But you're phenomenal. You're phenomenal. The way you're just so put together, and you told me earlier you don't think you have big arms.
I don't. Phil got big arms.
Oh, you have huge arms, my friend. What is your ultimate goal in the wheelchair division with the Mr. Olympia and the Arnold Classic? What's your ultimate goal?
Man, my ultimate goal is really to really take the class to illustrate what one can achieve from the position of being in a wheelchair as a bodybuilder, and not just feeling sympathetic towards the wheelchair class or feel like it's a charity deal or nothing. I'm talking about to whereas, hey, some of y'all guys we gonna line up, y'all take a knee, y'all get beside me, and then I wanna make you look crazy, So I want to get to the point to whereas the pro class can take a knee with me, and then when they double bicep from the rear, they can't tell the difference, So now that's gonna push me to say, okay, I still need to go to some more levels, and I know this, which that's why my drive is still there, my hunger is still there to get to that level. To a person can look at my back and look at Phil back like, which one is Phil?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, again, you're incredible.
Yeah. So it is time. It takes to build a beautiful physique. It takes time. You can't do that overnight. You can't just you can't manufacture that overnight. And with consistency and with the right element to the body, but a lot of people want it overnight, or what you're thinking. You've been there.
Yeah, but you live, eat, drink, breathe the lifestyle. Like you don't do, like you were telling me, no soda.
No, 92.
Like you don't cheat on your diet.
No
You're very
soda.
clean.
Now, do I cheat on my diet? I can't say I don't do that.
And if you do, what do you cheat on? Like what? A steak?
Okay, so since I've been doing this, I had a coach named Dion that was in the NGA league for my car accident. He probably taught me the basics. When I came over NPC, IFBB Pro, me and my wife did everything ourselves. I don't have a coach. I don't have these big guru guys giving me meal plans or something that they don't even know my anatomy of my body. Right. They don't know whether potato process faster than the rice. I study myself to know which one it does what to me. So when you say cheat, people don't understand cheat. Cheat doesn't mean that just because I had a burger, then I cheat. No, it doesn't. How many calories that has in, how many grams of fat it has in, how much protein it has in. If that goes into those numbers that you'll have your body for that day, then it's not cheat. So I play with my numbers and words to what I like to eat. No, some things you can't eat because you can't get them numbers to add up together by eating that. Okay, then now you're cheating.
I like to also call it a treat meal, like just treating yourself to something extra.
Coffee is a treat to me.
Coffee.
Okay, cornbread.
Hey,
okay, I made the cornbread a little bit more than they getting ready for a competition. Frosted Flakes. I done cut the Frosted Flakes. I done cut that out. The last box was 2 weeks ago, so I can't buy no more Frosted Flakes and milk. So
I'll eat some for you.
Please do.
Actually, I can't afford to. I get some Tony. Great.
All right.
Tell us exactly, because people think it's easy getting ready for a show as a wheelchair. It's not, right? There's a lot of things that are involved.
No, it's so it consumes your life. Bodybuilding is like I said, it's a selfish sport because it consumes your life. But being selfish with you gotta have balance. And like you just said, I have to juggle a lot of different things going on with the businesses that I manage during the day, and still get my workout in, still getting the cardio in the evening, and taking care of the wife and the family. So you have to know how to juggle that, and Dexter did it for so many years, and he know how it's done. And you got to have someone in your team, your wife, your spouse, the other person, to understand these variables, and they got to be willing to be able to assist you in these variables. And I have girls coming all day long. They're like, can I get ready for a show? Can you get me ready for a show? Or guy, can I get you ready for a show? I say, who you have a boyfriend, girlfriend? Yeah. Well, when you come, make sure they come. I'm like, why? Because it's a partner thing. You can't do this by yourself if you have a partner.
You know
how
hard it is, though.
Yeah.
It's hard.
It's hard.
Sometimes when you have a partner, sometimes they don't really...
It's still hard.
It's
still hard, right?
They don't understand.
That's the point I'm getting at. So if you don't understand the other person, I'll talk to the other person first. If you don't understand what this person's about to get into, y'all don't need to get into it.
Ooh, okay.
I'm 50 years. I ain't got no cut car. I'm letting you know.
Wait. Did you say you're 50 years old?
50 years old, and I love it.
You are a freaking liar.
71.
Wow.
So
you look great.
Thank you.
And I'm not just saying that for kudos or free Kongware. But no, you look really good. Okay. No, you look great, man.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
But no, it's hard when you do have somebody. Like I've been there.
Yeah.
You have somebody, significant other, You think they're going to do everything, but some of these people just don't understand the diet. They want a lot of attention. They don't understand your training.
Right.
They think, who's this gym guy you're going to go see every day?
Yeah, that spot at you. I don't see him spot you so many times. Why does he keep spotting you? Or, you know, it just, don't get me wrong. I love my wife, and we get into every once in a while. We used to get into a lot more at the beginning. But as the understanding comes, then it's like, okay, this is really what it is.
She competes too, right?
Oh, yeah.
She's a bodybuilder?
She's women physique.
Yeah.
She's women physique. She don't do the little girly thing. She love lifting.
She don't do the girly thing?
No.
What's the girly thing?
You know, the
Bikini? Oh.
My wife squat 315.
Wow.
So bikinis ain't squatting 315, benching 225.
No, she's a powerhouse.
Yeah, she loved lifting.
Yeah.
You know it. Yeah. Hard headed. But yeah, she loved
Edit that, Nico.
She loved lifting heavy, and then I support lifting heavy, and she's the person. When I was squatting for my Christ, I literally didn't realize what I was squatting, but when I saw Ronnie squatting 8 plates on each side, I've done that before. So
you have been actually compared to Ronnie Coleman. And
just because they say the amount of times I won, I don't compare myself to Ronnie. Ronnie's an icon.
Ronnie is an icon and a legend, but you are very impressive with your record and your wins.
Right. And I just want to continue it on, so when I do end, so I'll have, put a mark in the stone to where it's, Harold Kelly was here.
You've done that, my friend, and then some. Speaking of off topic, we'll go back to your wife. Who is somebody that you looked up to as a role model in bodybuilding?
Well, I would say, bar none, Phil is my guy. I looked at Phil for so many years, and, we had a small relationship. I spoke to him a few times, and actually my wife and his Sharice, they will speak a lot to each other. And Phil, definitely physique is something that I look at and build my physique towards that. Some exercise I do, make sure I'm doing it just like he's doing it. And yeah, I compare my physique to his in the sense of wanting to get like that.
You can see it.
Flex is another guy, but I didn't follow Flex because I wasn't that deep into when Flex was on the scene real strong. And again, I wasn't a big bodybuilder guy, in the early 30s. I just did it. I just did it, fell in love with working out. And I always worked out. So when I start winning these shows, it's like, okay, what else you trying to tell me, God? What you directing me to? What you got in plan that I didn't even know? And when I start winning, then at like third or fourth show, it's like, okay, I see what this is. It's not me, it's you. And I tell people that. Some guys get mad at me, like, Harold, when you gonna start winning? I say, I need to talk to God about that one, bro.
You can stop winning.
I ain't got nothing to do with it. You can talk to God about that one.
How competitive is it in the wheelchair division? It's pretty heated, isn't it?
Just like every one of them. Just like all the rest of them. These guys want to win. They want to win.
But some of them are freaking vicious. From what I've seen.
They want to be number one, and because you got to think about it. These guys are working hard just like everybody else. These guys are working in the gym,
yeah, but these guys want blood.
Right.
So
they're vicious with it, and they're competitive. To be able to do the sport, you got to have a competitive drive.
Sure, of course.
And the weak within them fell off. So you have strong competitive guys that on the top tier, top 5 that I would say that, just hungry to get that position. And I know this. So I don't go into a show thinking I'm number one. I don't go into the show. Every show I reset myself, like, okay, Harold, let's get ready for this show. Because this show don't have my name on it. I'm entering it. So it's not my name is on it. Mm-hmm. The last show was my name. I won it. Yeah. So this show I had to start all over again to get myself ready for this show right here. So I'm never thinking that, I'm just going to walk in and get a kick.
No, you don't have that demeanor or attitude. Yeah. You're very genuine and, you keep it real.
Yeah.
And I've got a lot of respect for you because, again, you're a phenomenal athlete, but you also just have a very kind heart. I mean, you're always for the fans and everything. Like when I first met you, I was just so touched by how kind you was to me. I mean, you could have just wheeled over me or something. No, but you're a sweetheart. And what can we expect from you at the Olympia this year? What do you got brewing under there?
Oh yeah, I got that brewing under here.
Besides size, I can see the veins sticking out, big arms.
A little more. I look at different physiques that I brought over the years, and I just want to tighten it up a little tighter, a little harder, a little more tight shot group, and a little more definition. I like my Arnold look more so than a lot of other reasons with Olympia. And again, study that I've done, being in a hot environment, climate, doing Vegas, getting ready to Olympia, and then being in a cool environment, in March in Ohio, your body gonna look different. People don't understand why. The water retention is different. Is the reason why. No one considering that. They just think I look better here than there. You gotta understand the environment also. So, which I study that too. Now I noticed the difference. Whereas a climate gonna make you retain if you hot and dry.
What about Orlando?
That's the difference. So when I did Orlando, I noticed how I looked, and it was the difference. So now I'm altering what I need to alter to be even tighter for Orlando. So so that's the study. That's the case study. So I should be size there, but a little harder.
Okay.
A little harder.
Okay.
People always ask how I got here. I was willing to work just a little harder than everyone else. Every damn day. If I can have hundreds of hours back, you know I'm gonna grab them. Spending hours prepping chicken, rice, and vegetables, F that. I rely on perfect nutrition. I rely on trifecta.
And do you have people when you go compete, they're like, why are you competing? Like, I've already lost because Harold's in it, right?
Competitors are people.
Competitors.
Oh yeah.
Come on, dish it out for me, man. Don't hold back here. Don't hold back.
Yeah, they
know.
I have guys. I mean, they would tell me, "Well, here, I know I never beat you." I said, "Don't say that."
Right, you've already given up.
I have guys. Yeah, don't say that.
I mean, look, the reality is, no, you're not going to beat me, but don't say that.
Yeah,
right?
don't say that. But I'm going to do what I got to do, but you need to do what you got to do.
Yeah, everybody's in it to win, and they should give it everything they got. Because the moment that you say, "Okay, I'm not going to win now because Harold's in it," you just gave up.
Right. And there's another guy who's getting ready. He said, "Well, I'm gonna make sure I beat him." I said, "No, you don't need to say that. You need to say you need to make sure you're gonna beat me because if you get close to me, you beat him."
Right.
Does that make any sense? So if you shoot for him, you may get one notch below. If you shoot for me, you be getting one notch below. So
oh my God,
don't
Harold.
worry about it. Let's go. No big deal. But yeah, it's just that. I talked to a lot of the competitors. I talked to a lot of my guys that compete against me, and that's okay. They may ask me for some information. I'm not gonna give them nothing wrong.
What can we do to spread the word about the wheelchair division?
Man, just
what would you like to see change?
More exposure, just more exposure, and even the proceeds in regards to the winnings. A lot of guys are kind of, how can I say, they're like, okay, if I get ready for this show, I know Harold's gonna be there, I know this guy's gonna be there, I know this guy's gonna be there, and I'm gonna spend this amount of money, so I might as well not do the show.
Oh boy.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, hold on, where's your competitive edge? Why are you doing this for? The proceeds you shouldn't be going to the show thinking about the proceeds. No, but what I'm saying, it helps a guy out for getting back. If he come in third place, he spent a lot out. His family did an investment into it. They want to see some kind of proceeds back. Right. So if you got a placement from 1 to 5th, it's good because the guy can be like, okay, I'm gonna do another show because it didn't hurt me that much. So if he spent $5,000-$6,000 out for this show and another show coming in a few months, they'd be like willing to do another show because he may come in first or whatever the 5th.
How much does in your opinion, how much does a wheelchair competitor spend per show, you think? Or invest into it?
Just as a regular bodybuilder.
So a couple grand.
Yeah,
easy.
For sure, easy.
Yeah.
And that's getting ready for the show. And then the day of going to the show, you got to think about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, tickets, and especially the guy. It's the IFBB. It's a world title. So you got guys in England and guys in Italy, and
coming a long ways.
Right, coming along with flights, hotel fees, and everything else. And this for 3 slots. If it was open to 5 slots, it could be a lot better for a lot of people, and they would do a lot more.
So you think it should be increased to 5 slots?
At least 5 slots. At least 5 slots. That's how I see it. But I'm not pulling the strings. I'm not calling the strings.
Well, I got to give a shout out to Jim Mannion, of course, our president of the IBB Pro League, and of course, for what they've done for us, and also Nick Scott.
Yes.
He's the one who actually started the wheelchair.
Yes, he pushed hard for it.
He did.
Year after year after year, and finally got
him and his little gold shoes. I always laugh, man. That guy's pimping on his
on the wheelchair, right, with his gold shoes.
Oh, Jesus, he cracks me up. But yeah, man, you are very impressive, and What can we expect from your routine? What kind of song are you going to be playing for us? Something soft, something hardcore?
You know, I haven't chosen my routine yet.
Do
I'll
you
be
do that
honest
last
with you.
minute?
No, I like a month out. I kind of trying to feel where I need to be. I feel where I need, what atmospheres feel like, you know. But sometimes I go fast. You see, sometimes I go real slow. Sometimes I go spiritual. Sometimes, you know, it's just how I feel at that particular time.
I liked when you
I'll
did the
change it
spiritual.
up.
That was- yeah.
I change it up. I mean, I'll have the one I'm going there with, and then I just tell my wife, I said, "Mom, I'm gonna do this one." She's like, "I thought you practiced on that one." I said, "Yeah, I did, but I'm gonna do this one." She said,
You
okay.
just got to go by what you feel.
Exactly.
So you and your wife are a big powerhouse. Like I saw some pictures of you two training together. She's a beast.
Yeah.
She
yeah.
can train hard.
Yeah.
So can you.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
you were doing dips with how much weight? 6 plates of
I don't know how much weight it
45?
was, 645s.
Brag, my friend, brag. That's some heavy.
645s. I believe in lifting the weight, stimulating the muscle, stress it so it can
You don't play around.
grow.
Like you are
Yeah.
lifting serious
Yeah.
freaking weight.
Yeah. Being cautious about it, you know, but lifting that weight, putting that weight on there, not letting my mind tell me I can't do it. I let my body tell me I can't do it.
What do you do for fun outside of bodybuilding? You just live this whole lifestyle as the bodybuilder. You need anything fun?
Technically, my shop is fun to me.
Tell me about your shop.
I have a car shop, total collision repair shop, King
Oh.
Carnation Autoplex. Yeah, so I buy cars from
Wow.
auction, rebuild, sell them.
Wow.
And to me, that's enjoyable. It's like my wife, she loves training. She literally loves training people. And so, because she has a relationship with each person. So being at work is not work. It's like talking to people and psychology. And, you know, everyone training is like, you're a psychologist
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah, you are a psychologist. Some of these people, I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
oh boy, please get me out of here. Hurry up. Is it time yet?
Right. You're a psychologist as a trainer, so
Yes.
let it be known. So I love restoring cars. It's a business that was a hobby, became a business, and I enjoy doing it. So it's enjoyable.
Got some, so tell me one car that was one of your prize restorers.
Oh, I had a nice Civic. I made a Civic hatchback. That's when Fast and Furious was hitting, and just literally, I did this before Fast and Furious. So when it hit, everyone was coming out of the shop. People like literally called me Toretto. But we converted. We cut chopped the top of it off. Totally did inside, yellow and black. Took the seats out, the carpet, motor, everything, stripped all the way down, built it back up. I mean, that was one of my best ones I did.
Did you ride it around like Fast and Furious?
Oh yeah, and had a custom trailer built because I had a 929
Oh, nice.
Honda CBR built behind it, trailer custom, everything custom on it. And this one we was doing bike week in Myrtle Beach, consistently every year. Yeah, so
Okay. I like that.
we love that. And then I'm in the drag cars, so
No, I didn't know that. So you do drag cars as well?
my cousin, I have a cousin that have like
Oh, smokes.
pro
That's
stock,
awesome.
like $100,000 race car.
Wow. Yeah, that's some serious cheddar.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
is going through it.
I think my drag car would be like $500.
Yeah, he got a call from Dubai. A guy wanted to buy it.
Yeah. Well, Jesus Christ, man, that's crazy.
Yeah, but yeah, it's all right.
Do you travel a lot too, right? I mean, or you just
I'm not a lot. I used to do more, but again,
Busy
when
with
the
this.
business demand, I couldn't just leave. Like just embarking on hot shot trucking, so we have three dualies that I have that we beginning to run.
man, you are quite the
And
businessman.
I'll be on the road in 2 weeks. I'll be heading to Carolina with 2 cars that I sold in Carolina. So
That's a big drive, right?
that's the back of my hand drive there. That's easy.
Easy
drive.
for
I can
you?
drive that on the back of my hand. Yeah.
Oh, jeez. You do that
20,
5-hour
20 all the way there, 20 all the way back.
20 hours?
Interstate 20. Oh yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's 1,200 miles.
1,200 miles. Yeesh. 5-hour energy drink?
No, I don't do the energy drinks.
I don't believe in that crap.
No,
Yeah,
you don't do the energy
It's
drinks.
garbage.
I will have to confess something. The beginning of this year in February, first time I tried a Red Bull, I was driving back from
time.
Pennsylvania.
What'd you think?
Wow.
Did it give you wings?
I don't know, it gave me something. But I tried it. It was good. It was different from the coffee. It was different from the coffee that I would drink. But
Try the
it was
sugar-free
different.
ones.
The sugar-free ones?
Sugar-free.
Yeah, but
What about some Bang?
my wife loves Bang. I'm not a big Bang because it's the carbonation. Again, I don't drink sodas. The carbonation in Bang is like, I'm
Right.
constantly doing that. It's like,
When is your wife going to be competing again?
we haven't talked about that. She's getting away from
Why are you
it
going
a
to say
little
like
too
that?
more. Because she's getting away from it, really.
Oh, well,
She still won't lift heavy. We may be going in another direction. She has so many clients that we're trying to do a strong portfolio to do her online training.
Okay.
Yeah, so she had to do multiple workouts so we can edit them and put them on to create her online training.
I want to see you in some action movies, my friend.
Yeah, I want to see me too.
I want to see you in some film. I want to see you doing some modeling, acting, because you have a very good look.
Yeah.
Very presentable,
Yeah.
well spoken. You're such a great ambassador for sport.
Yeah.
You know, and if there's anything I can do, or Wings of Strength, please let me know, because
You got my number.
I got your number. Speed dial.
That's right.
So tell me, how can people train people as well, or no?
Very minimum right now, getting ready for the Olympia. After the Olympia, again, very minimum. But I may have about anywhere from 5 to 10 clients. I don't be over there. I may be to 5 to 10 clients. And I have small packages. It's a strict, I think, six sessions. Come with a meal plan, nutrition, but I'm teaching. I'm not just, you're not just doing a workout with me. No, we teaching. You got a book, and you're writing this down, and you're writing, you're doing stuff. I'm spending 2 hours with you at the gym and really giving you some real good, hardcore, real good information. Not no hypothetical, not no cookie cutter. I'm looking at, because I'm checking the body fat. I'm checking their numbers, where they at, where you're at. Everyone is different. And where do you work? What have you been eating for the past 3 months? You need to write this down and bring this to me. So if I'm gonna cut time out of my life, my 24 hours, I'm gonna cut time out to really dissect what you need to do and give it to you and regurgitate it to you, because I'm gonna take my time and I'm not gonna cookie cutter it at all. I'm really gonna dive into what's going on with you. You're gonna bring me some blood work.
Oh,
You're gonna bring me, where you really at.
Right.
Because I'm telling you this, and your testosterone down, or your estrogen here, and your thyroid this. It doesn't make any sense.
No.
So I'm giving you everything that you need to know. Now, what you do with it after that 6 sessions is up to you. But I'm not a guy. I'm just gonna train you. No, I'm not that trainer. And I've trained trainers.
I bet you have. Some of these trainers nowadays are just not. They're not good. They don't really care about their athletes, and
Yeah.
you just give them cookie cutter diets, or
Right.
put them on anything that they don't even know that their client's going to react well, or it may backfire.
Right.
But
Right.
which is sad. But how many Olympia titles are we looking at for you?
Don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to answer that myself, and I can't even answer it to myself. I don't know. Well, again, back to how long the creator got me on this thing, and that's when I know. When I hear the call to say, "Hey, that's it, bro."
God has a calling for you, that's for sure.
If that ain't it, you say you done. I'm done. I would say I want to do 9, but I can't really sit here and say that like that, because I didn't start it that way.
Fair enough. Now, there are people who are down and out, probably watching us, watching you, who are inspired by you, and they want to compete, but they just don't feel like they're good enough. Whether they may be in a wheelchair or just, a regular person. What would you say to those people for the mindset to get them strong, to be inspired?
Well, if it's something that you really want to do, you can't let anything deter you away from, if you have a strong passion. Now, you can't do it for somebody else. You can't do it because your girlfriend, boyfriend think you should do it. You can't do it because your friends are doing it. You can't do it because it looks good. You can't just do it, because you got to have a personal endeavor in regards to wanting to make that change, because it takes a lot. And there will be a lot of hard days. A lot of hard days. So that passion to be able to do that has to continue to burn. Now, getting yourself up in whatever you did in the past, that was in the past. Every minute you can change the direction you're going. Every day you can change that direction. So whatever happened in the past, or knocked you down before, or what didn't work for you before, don't dwell on that. Focus on what you need to do now to what you need to do for tomorrow to make your future prevalent the way you want it to be, if that's what you want your goal to be. But it's not going to be easy, so don't think it's going to be easy. If you think it's going to be harder, it's going to be easier for you thinking it's going to be hard. That makes it easier.
I adore you. You're so nice. That was so nicely said, and coming straight from your heart.
Yeah.
So tell our fans, because I'm going to end it with you.
Okay.
there's anything you want to say or reach out to your sponsors, your businesses.
Yeah.
You know, something to the haters.
To the haters, I had to give them more
You
fuel,
got
right?
a lot of people out there who are pissed off
They'll
over
be
you,
okay.
man.
Just
They'll be okay.
Yeah, they're gonna be okay.
They have a little bit of butt hurt.
Yeah.
Put some little
Whatever it is, they
hemorrhoid
need-
cream on that
Yeah,
stuff.
rub it down. They'll be okay. Okay, they're gonna get hurt again.
Yeah, and again.
But I'd like to give a shout out to Redcon One. You know, they're their first legit sponsor that sponsored me.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Aaron's great
Aaron's
people, man.
awesome, man. They've been taking care of me since then. And they've been looking out for me, and anything I need, they take care of me and everything. Also, you know, if y'all going to go on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook under all of my entities as King Kong Nation. The King Kong Nation, I have workout apparatuses that I patent myself for a purpose. And if you look through it, you see that I made a few things because of my wife had her injury, you know, from the 5-star boots to the squat blocks to the easy strap. All that was around a need. And then, you know, we had the King Kong Nation Fitness. If you're ever in Irving, Texas, if you want to swing through our gym, come down and check us out. You can Google it, King Kong Nation Fitness. Or if something happened to your car, insurance.
There you go. King
Kong Nation Autoplex. I'm in Irving also. And we're just starting with the logistics side of it with the King Kong Nation Trucking. Any of your brokers or dispatchers want to get in contact with me, I'm there for you. I'm the guy.
You're the guy.
But for the most part, you know, just don't let anything deter you away from your goal. And that's one of the biggest things, you know. Expect pushback. Expect obstacles. Because if you don't expect obstacles, when something jumps in front of you, then you startle. No, if you suspect it, you know how to move to the left or right? Cool. So and it's going to be hard. You're going to have consistency. You're going to have discipline. These elements my dad taught me so long ago, and I've noticed so many people don't like discipline. You know, they don't like the consistency. They think, you know, 3 times a week they're going to get it. Seriously? But you just got to look at your everyday activity, everyday life, and you apply some of your everyday life to the things that you want to achieve. Say, brushing your teeth. You do that every day, right? Okay, then. That's a sign of something you maintain to get maintenance out for the rest of your life. So anything that you put forth for achieving, you have to be consistent with it, period. And it doesn't change because you title it this, or you title it that, or you title it this. Consistency always pays off. Anything you started at one point, eventually it goes and become better, you know. But, you know, just in general.
Thank you so much, Alan. It's truly such an honor having you here, and I appreciate you coming the way, and especially during your Olympia prep. And
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that 4th Olympia win.
Yes.
Kicking ass and giving lots of butt hurt to some of the competitors.
Yes.
I am in the process of working on trying to raise some money for the Olympia.
Awesome.
So we can, you know, for the wheelchair.
Wow, great.
Because I
Great.
have huge respect. And
Great.
I admire you guys because you freaking bust your asses.
Great.
You know?
Great.
So, thank you very much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. I'm Fit Rockstar. Till next time.